Media and Technologies has announced a $6 billion merger with TAE Technologies, an alphabet backed nuclear fusion company. Let's strip this down to what exactly matters. First, the deal structure. This is an all stock deal valuing TAE Technologies at roughly $6 billion, with ownership split 50-50 between Trump Media and TAE shareholders. The deal is expected to close in mid 2026. Trump Media is also committing another $300 million in cash, with $200 million at signing and $100 million later. This tells you immediately that this is not a media expansion, this is capital redeployment. Trump Media's core asset is not revenue or cash flow, it's public market access and liquidity. While TAE's core asset is 25 plus years of deep tech R&D that has so far lived in private markets. This deal is essentially using Trump Media as a public market shell to fund and scale fusion. The stated logic is the AI power bottleneck. AI centers are extremely energy intensive and existing grids are already strained. So fusion, if it works at scale, offers near limitless energy, zero carbon emissions, and long-term energy price stability. The combined company says it will begin construction on a 50 megawatt utility scale fusion plant with plans to scale to 350 to 500 megawatts in future. Now that's important because 50 megawatts is actually early infrastructure scale. It's still experimental but no longer theoretical. Now, let's talk about risk because that's where the market narrative matters. Even with recent physics milestones like the 2022 Lawrence Livermore net energy gain experiment, the timeline to reliable grid connected fusion remains uncertain. So, investors are not buying certainty here, they're buying optionality, which explains the stock reaction. Trump media shares jumped over 20% pre market, not because the economics suddenly became clear, but because the company repositioned itself from a politically exposed media platform into a deep tech energy optionality play tied to AI infrastructure. One more thing to note: governance. The combined company would have co CEOs, Trump Media's Devin Nunes and TAE's Mikhail Bidenbauer. Dual leadership structure usually means complex decision making, especially when the companies involved have different cultures ranging from media, politics to frontier energy physics. So, the bottom line is this is not about truth social or ideology. This is about using public market access to fund one of the most capital intensive bets in technology. Whether it succeeds is less dependent on headlines and more dependent on engineering milestones, regulatory approval, and if fusion can move from promise to predictable outputs.